Rookie cornerback Cordrea Tankersley, who hasn't practiced all week due to shoulder and ankle injuries, is listed as doubtful to play against New England on Monday, meaning the Miami Dolphins secondary could be at less than full strength against Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. It's not an ideal scenario considering Brady carved up the Dolphins secondary for 4 touchdowns in the Patriots' 35-17 victory over the Dolphins 2 weeks ago. Tankersley, the rookie third-round pick from Clemson, would likely be replaced by slot cornerback Bobby McCain on the boundary in the base defense. In the nickel defense, cornerback Ron Werner likely plays the boundary with McCain retaining his slot duties, which is what Miami did in most of last week's 35-9 victory over Denver. The Dolphins could, however, opt to have Werner replace Tankersley on the boundary in the base defense, which is what they did for a few plays after Tankersley left the Denver game. Dolphins running back Damian Williams, who was sharing starting backfield duties with Kenyon Drake, is out for the New England game with a shoulder injury, his second consecutive absence. Right guard Jermaine Bushrod, foot, and backup quarterback Matt Moore, foot, are also listed as out. That means Jesse Davis will again start at right guard and David Follis will serve as backup to starter Jay Cutler. Williams' absence means running backs Senorise Perry and Devian Smith will serve as primary backups to starter Kenyon Drake once again. Safety Michael Thomas, knee, hasn't practiced all week and is listed as questionable. Thomas's absence would be a blow to special teams. Drake still needs improvement. Drake has established himself as a legitimate big play threat the last 2 years among his 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown and 45-yard touchdown run last season and runs of 42, 42, and 66 yards this season. Here's how the Miami Dolphins can beat the New England Patriots at Hard Rock Stadium on Monday night, 8:30, ESPN. But offensive coordinator Clyde Christensen isn't yet ready to say Drake has yet proved he's an every down back. Christensen cited a few areas where Drake still has work. Protection, Christensen said. I think he's still got a ways to go, pass protection wise and ball protection wise. Then, as I always say to you, he's got to prove he can do it after you've started 10 games. See if you're still doing it in January on frozen fields and below zero temperatures, etc., etc., etc. So there's a long way to go before we start making the bust of him quite yet. But we're off to a good start. A postseason mention Miami, 5-7, is on the outside of the AFC playoff race, 2 games out of the final wild card spot. You rarely hear the words playoffs or postseason nowadays, but Drake uttered one of those words when asked whether he looks at the final few games as a chance to prove he can be an every down back. Chris Perkins analyzes Monday night's matchup between the Miami Dolphins and New England Patriots at Hard Rock Stadium, 8:30 p.m., ESPN. I look at it as a situation that we're 5-7 right now and we've got the hottest team coming into our stadium on Monday Night Football, he said.